Hi everybody, my name is Lebu and welcome back to another insert.
Why your lips down, hips down, they should be up high. You ain't trying to sit down, no night. And I know your wrist down, you ain't worried about time. Trying to get a grip now, this gal grab my hand and 1, 2, 3, 4. I told her, I want you and I need
Before I
you.
get into this video, can you please subscribe to my channel? If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please just click the subscribe button and subscribe, please. And thank you. Also, before I get into it, I just want to give a disclaimer out there that I am not a storyteller. I know I suck at telling stories, but apparently there's quite a few people or a number of people who like my story times, who enjoy my story times. So that's why I'm doing the story time. But I'm not the best storyteller, but I do try to make you understand my point at the end of the day. So if you complete this video and you understood what I was saying and you get the point of the video, then that means I accomplished what I needed to do. So yeah, sit back and relax. So basically this is the story of how my cousins and I got caught while we were sneaking out. Okay, so for the purpose of the story, I'm gonna give everyone fake names, so the names that I'm using are not the people's real names. This happened in high school. We were all in high school, like me and Masicho and Ria. So the three of us were in high school. Yeah. So at the time we were at my house, right? And it was the weekend, so we slept over at my house. And my older cousin, what can I say his name is? Mdu. Yeah. So my older cousin Mdu is a guy, and he was also visiting. Yeah. So he had went out that night, and he wasn't gonna be home until a specific time. I think he was gone out until like past 11 midnight, 1 o'clock, somewhere around there. Nah, but it was late at night. So you guys already know, when my dad sleeps, he's out. He is out, like he's gone. And we were there with my dad. So basically what happened was we were chilling. It was just a normal Saturday, and my cousin Uriah was dating this guy. We'll call him DJ. She was dating this guy DJ at the time, and DJ invited us over to his house because he was having a party, right? So because Ria is another DJ, she obviously wanted to go and see her man and be with her man. And because me and my Sikho like things, we were also like, okay, we'll go with you, we'll accompany you, because we don't want you to be there by yourself, né? So it was literally an impulsive decision. And then DJ was like, no, I'll organize transport for you guys, you know. And it made sense because DJ literally lived a 10-minute drive away from my house. So it made sense. It's in the same neighborhood. We're not going too far. And we'll probably be back before Mduduzi comes back. Because we needed to open the door for Mduduzi. So that's basically what happened. So then we sleep, you know, we act like we're going to go sleep, like everyone goes to sleep, we switch off the lights, and that's it. Like that is it for the night. So we then sneak out. And guys, the thing that I admire about us, even though we were not supposed to be sneaking out, but one thing we never failed to do was pray. Like we would always pray before we left. Like no matter where we are going, we would always pray. And I think for the most part, more than for our safety, we would pray that we would not get caught. But regardless, we prayed and we would tell God, yes, we know what we're doing is wrong, but please be with us, you know. So we prayed, and then we left. We had our own way of sneaking out. Like, we knew how to do it. There were two ways of sneaking out. There was through the sliding door, at the back. So it's like it was our lounge area and our dining room area. So there was a sliding door by the lounge area, and then what we would do if we would sneak out of the sliding door, because there was a burglar gate, right, and then the sliding door. So we'd open the burglar gate while everyone's still awake, while everything's fine. We'd just unlock it and open it just a smidge, so that it doesn't make a noise. So that's what we did. And then the other way we would sneak out was through the main door, like yeah, and that was like by the dining room area. Okay, so that happens, and then we sneak out. The car's outside, it's waiting for us. We're ready to go, like we had our key with the remote for the gate, and everything was fine. So we snuck out successfully, obviously, because my dad was out of it. So I think we left the house at around past 10, and the plan was just to stay there for like an hour or two and then come back, so that we could make it in time before Umduduzi came through. Right, so we go to the party. We get there. To be honest, in all fairness, that party was not worth it. Like, it really wasn't. It was just, people at a house chilling. There's music, okay, like there's a vibe, nyana, but it wasn't worth sneaking out for, basically. So when we get there, okay, we chill. Ria goes to DJ, and then it's just me and my circle chilling, mingling, whatever. Next thing, we were there for like 30 minutes, I'm sure. Mdu calls Masero, and he's like, listen, I'm on my way home. Can you please just open the main door for me, and I'll call you when I'm at the gate so that you can open the gate from the inside, obviously, because he did not have the remote for the gate. So Masero's like, okay, sharp. Like, obviously she answers like, okay, we're at home, we're chilling, so we'll open for you. Cool. We start panicking. Like, now we're on panic mode. Now we need to look for the people who drove us there so that they can take us back home, so that we can open for Mdu. And the plan was, we were gonna go, open for him, and then come back. We were gonna sneak out again and then go back, So because that was our plan, Ria decided to stay behind with the DJ.
Oh, you are so dumb. You are really dumb.
Yeah. So Ria stays, and we eventually find these guys that brought us. So we asked them, can you please take us home? Like, we need to be there, it's urgent, but we're gonna come back, so you guys will wait for us, right? Yeah. So as we are driving, we're driving, everything is cool, we're panicking, but we kind of keeping our composure. Next thing, there's like a turn that goes into the main road that we were in. So it's a turn from like the back roads inside that's going onto the main road that we already on. So a car comes and turns into the main road. Is that car not my uncle's car? Is that car not Mduduzi's father's car? The car that Mduduzi is inside. So now we were thinking, no, we can still buy time. Mduduzi is leaving wherever he's leaving, but not now. So we can still buy time a bit. Kanti, Mduduzi is literally 10 seconds ahead of us. Okay, but anyway, we get there because they're driving in front of us, and we're like, oh my god, what are we gonna do? We can't overtake them because then it's gonna seem weird, But what did we do? We overtook. Regardless, we overtook, so we were a bit ahead of them, And then the plan was, do not drop us off at the gate. Drop us off on the other side of the road, so that it doesn't jump us up, basically. So they drop us off at the other side. By the time they're already dropping us off, Mduduzi and my uncle are already at the gate of the house. Yeah? They're already at the gate of the house. So I guess there's an intercom inside when you press the gate. So we didn't answer the intercom, obviously, because we're not inside, but we opened the gate. So I'm sure Mduduzi is wondering, how about home? These people they're not talking, because usually we answer before we open, so we can know who it is. So we just press the remote from wherever we are on the side of the road, and then it opens, luckily. So then they get in with the car sharp. Mduduzi goes out of the car, and then my uncle leaves, and he leaves Mduduzi there. We wait for my uncle to leave. Nah, are we not there outside? Like on our knees, like literally, guys, like we were literally on our knees because we're trying to hide away from my uncle, right, so that he doesn't see us. So then he eventually leaves. My uncle doesn't see us, thank the Lord. And then we go inside. We go inside the yard. Duduzi's still outside because no one's opening the door, right? So we find our way. We sneak in the way that we sneak in sharp, like through the back door. So we snuck out through the sliding door, which is like at the back. So we go back inside with the sliding door, and then we quickly like change into pajamas, like quickly. And back then, like we never used to wear makeup or anything, so we didn't need to wash our faces or anything like that. So we change into our pajamas, and then Masako goes and opens the door for Mduduzi. So Mduduzi is already like, but why did you take so long to open? Because I literally called you now. Like, I literally called you a few minutes ago. It's not like you were deep within sleep and didn't know that I was coming, right? So he's now suspicious a bit, And let me just explain the way we were sleeping, So Mduduzi slept in a different room because he's a guy. So he slept in a separate room. And then in the other room was me, Masako, and Ria. So Ria would sleep on the floor. And then Masako and I would sleep on the bed. Alright. So Mduduzi, because he's like, nah, things are not adding up. So he goes to his room, he leaves his things or whatever. But he's like, things are not adding up. So then he decides to come into our room. He comes into our room, he switches on the lights, and then he looks at us. And he's like, and then he goes onto the other side by the floor so he can see what's going on the floor. Ria is not there. So now he's like, hey, where's Ria? Like, where's she? And now we, like, guys, we're panicking because we can't think of an excuse as to why she's not there. At the time, we're also calling Ria on the side, and we're telling Bra, get your ass here. Get your ass back home. Find a way to get back because Mduduzi has caught us. So find your way back to the house. Luckily, Ria comes. She's already on the way. Mduduzi is losing his mind at this point. He's like, where is Ria, guys? It is the middle of the night. I'm sure it was midnight at this point. It is the middle of the night. Ria's missing. What is going on? What is going on? He's putting two and two together, but things are not making sense. He's putting 1 + 1, but it's not 2. So he's like, oh my gosh, where's Ria? Now he's like, I'm going to go tell daddy. Now he's threatening to go tell my father. Did Mduduzi not go and tell my father? He literally woke my father up, and he was like, these kids are up to mischief. I don't know what it is, but Ria is missing. She's not in the room. I don't know what's going on, but we need to sort this out now. Like, it is midnight. Ria is not home. Why is she not home? Guys, is Ria not panicking also where she is? But luckily she comes. We open the gate for her, like by the intercom inside the house. So we open for her when she tells us she's at the gate. And then she goes all the way to like the back of the house, to the window of our room. We throw her pajamas so that she can change into pajamas. So wherever she is outside, now she's changing into pajamas. And then we're like, okay, now how are you going to get into the house? And what is the reason going to be? So at this point, we didn't say anything. We didn't say she's here or she's where. We were just quiet the whole time. We were asked where she is. At that time, we panicking, guys. We're scared. Like, I was so scared that day because I did not want my parents to find out what happened. Okay, but anyway, so Ria comes into the house through the main door. Msutuzi's like, where were you?
What have you did? What have you did?
And she was like, no, I was by the outside bathroom. I needed the bathroom because when I needed the bathroom, my stuff was in the bathroom. So I had to go use another one, which was the outside one. And we had an outside bathroom. But Mzizi is like, no, but your story is not making sense. Like, it is not making sense.
Come on.
Like, you know, it just doesn't make sense. It does not make sense. So Mtutuzi figured it out, you know, that we snuck out of the house to go somewhere, but we never confirmed it nor denied it, right? And then my dad, because my dad is a savage, he is. My dad, guys, my dad literally gives zero F's in the world, like legit gives 0 F's. So as my father, as the nonchalant man that he is, you know, like, he's just like, I'm too tired for this, I'm going to sleep, you know, because we literally woke him up mid-sleep, and we were like, thank the Lord that he didn't take it so seriously, because he thought, these kids, like, really, I need to sleep because I have a long day ahead of me tomorrow, you know. So my dad just went back to sleep, you know, and then like Mduduzi was like, okay, like, he took my dad's vibe and he saw that, okay, my dad isn't really too frantic, he isn't too angry, so he was like, okay, you know what, let me just let this slide for now, sleep it off, and then we'll deal with this tomorrow. Nah? So then we're all sleeping now, like, we all sleep. Obviously we're still scared, you know, like, we're still panicking because we're like, tomorrow is another day, and like, we don't know what tomorrow holds, but all we know is that we are in trouble, because now my father knew, right? But at the time we didn't know, like, he was nonchalant about it. We thought he'll deal with us the next day, you know. So the next day comes, Mduduzi leaves early in the morning, you know, to go to church. So it's just the 3 of us there. My father also went to church in the morning, and then when he came back, so like, before he got home, we were like, guys, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna say? We need a story. Like, we need to come up with something ASAP, because it just doesn't make sense why Ria was inside the bathroom, like the outside bathroom, why she was using the outside bathroom. So we quickly came up with a story, and we're like, we snuck out, and Ria was the one. No, the story was it was a prank. We were pranking Mdu. Nah. And Ria was the one who came up with the story, basically. So my dad, by the time my dad comes, like, we're like, okay, we have a story. Whether he believes it or not, we don't care, just as long as we have a story, right? So we tell my dad, like, my dad's like, guys, what was going on? Now he's mad, you know. He's like, what was going on? Like, why are you waking me up in the middle of the night? Like, now I'm confused, I don't know what's going on, you know. And then we're like, no, daddy, we were pranking him too, you know. It was just a prank that we were playing on do. Like, it wasn't anything serious, you know. And then my dad, as the, like, super chill person he is, he laughs it off. He's like, oh, it was a prank, okay, you know. And then he laughs it off, and then we're like, whoo, we were literally like, woo. Thank the Lord, because if my mom was home, she would not have handled it like that. No ways. So we were like, we can finally breathe, because it also means he's not going to tell my mom, because what is he going to tell my mom? We were pranking my cousin, and then what is she going to do with that information? So we got away with it, and to sort of, like, you know, like, make ourselves feel better, we went to church. Like, we went to church after that, you know, because we felt really, really bad about what we did and the fact that we lied to Mtu. And then we just kind of brushed it off. Like, we never mentioned it again, we never spoke about it again. All we do is laugh about it, the 3 of us amongst ourselves, but we never brought it up to Umdu. And that's how we got caught sneaking out, but we got away with it. We actually did get away with it, because yes, we did get caught, but then the people, like, you know, the strict people didn't actually find out about it. So we got away with it. And what did we do? We continued sneaking out. We did. as the corrupt people we are, we continued sneaking out. And if you guys want more stories, more story times, because I have tons and tons of stories, especially sneaking out stories. If you guys want my juicy sneaking out stories, do let me know in the comments below. But that is it for this video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.